Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's had a fantastic evening. I've got everything going. Sorry if everything seemed a little laggy on end. We got a lot of stuff going on, pushing through. But before we get started, let me go ahead and put that down. Hello. You will not see me tonight. My apologies. I do not have an application to show camera to OBS and Discord. And because the rule was I will not change anything about our Monday game, that means no camera for you all for me. But you still get me. You still get D&D. I think that is a fantastic change. However, the beautiful thing is, and I really, really mean this is beautiful, is I've got fantastic people that I've been wanting to show off since we started this campaign. I'm going to go ahead and undeafen right now.
You're so welcome.
Alright, so this is the first time everybody here has been, the only two people that have been on my stream before is Kara, the DM.
Hi.
And Molotov, which has been on my stream multiple times. Say hi, Molotov. Or be antisocial like a bastard.
Teacher's pet.
We've got a few other people that are going to be on stream next week. One that you guys also know is Squawk. But there are 3 new people, and these people are awesome. One is not here tonight. But the other one, co-party member, Kira. Say hi.
Hi.
And Drake, who is Kara and Squawk's roommate.
Salute.
So for everybody who is tuning in, pretty much you could see the party makeup at the thing where I normally put everybody's names and stuff. Pretty much what we're going through right now is just a simple 6 island trek to get gems from all the islands before we get returned to the real world. But other than that, I'm gonna let Kara take it on from here. We're gonna let the session start. But if anybody has any questions or want to say anything, feel free, and I will mute and answer any questions or whatnot. Oh.
Right.
Yeah. How far are we rewinding this?
So we're going back about 20 minutes in game time.
Yeah.
Not that far from our out of game time. Last we left off, you guys had just finished defeating the Titanic Park Island, full of monstrous creations of necromancy and transmutation. That was very much a Jurassic Park ripoff, and hopefully you guys had fun with that. But this brought up some bad memories for one party member and some morbid curiosity for another, leading to a bit of an argument as T-Bar sicked his mind-controlled lupine raptor on the creator of the beasts as he left. So where we're rewinding to is, was it right before or right as Lamola tried to sort of separate everyone?
I'd assume right as.
The important context for where I wanted to kind of reset at was when Simon, I think, is fronting right now, but Sinclair in general, T-Bar doesn't understand enough to differentiate between the group yet, is starting to lecture about proper ways to handle conflicts.
And specifically that the rogue
rough.
should handle things face to face and not from the shadows.
Yes.
He himself being partial rogue, mind you.
Right.
Yes. Which T-Bar does not know, because Sinclair does not fight like that. But yeah, that is the important context for where I wanted to re-jump off of.
Sure.
So who are we jumping in with?
I think a good point would be when Lamola tries to stop, so that way we could just redirect into a look. If you don't want to deal with the conflict, me and T-Bar will handle it above deck. You can move on below deck. I think that's a good thing.
That would be a...
So
Does that work for you, Drake?
Yeah, like maybe Sinclair just kind of...
All right.
Because
Lamola, go ahead. Lamola, go ahead and do your thing where you're trying to separate everybody.
So they're like, I imagine in my mind, they're like, how tall is T-Bar? Like 3 feet, 4 feet?
I think 3'11". Let me just double check that. 3'10".
And I'm okay.
Sinclair is like 5'7". He's not very tall.
That's including the ears, mind you.
Oh my goodness.
Well, and Lamola is a very stout 2'11", so I remember specifically putting that in. So she's just kind of like, I imagine she's sort of like up there in the middle where like Sinclair's sort of like looking down, T-Bar's kind of looking up, and she like puts her hands on the rabbit ears and like the chest of Sinclair, and she's like, okay guys, let's just do this later, okay, let's move on, let's get this over with. Okay, come on, who wants a drink? Let's go get a drink, guys, come on.
Actually, if you don't mind, Lamola, I think he's got more on his chest, and I think this is a good time to continue with it. If you have a problem with it, I recommend you go get a drink.
Do you want me there for you? Or do you got this? Is this a you thing?
I'll hold my hand up to Tibber in a kind of friendly manner. No fighting, just arguing.
I need to be seated lower for this.
Get your mushroom chair.
Unfortunately, it's broken, so that won't work.
As long as we agree to no bloodshed, then I think we can handle this.
All right, but if you boys start fighting, there'll be a storm brewing, and then she'll go fly away.
Finn, I recommend you tag along with, unless you want to see, unless you want to watch.
The responsible thing would probably be to stay here, but I heard drinks, so I'm gonna head out.
I know I can't speak for Aspen, but like I feel it's a 50-50 on whether or not Vox would just sit down and watch.
Yeah.
Or go to drinks.
Whether they would
let me roll that D100 real fast.
I honestly feel like
I was about to say, do you want me to flip the coin?
I feel like part of this shit being mostly pirates, I feel like half of them are gonna watch us anyway.
Probably.
Because entertainment.
Fox just sort of plops down on a crate.
I figured he'd plop down like in crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Stick by.
So are we like officially on the boat now, and is it starting to sail, or is it still like in the dock?
I imagine they're like pushing off at this point because they're ready to get home, as I assume the rest of you are as well.
Okay.
Um,
So I
Yeah.
no
imagine the
one's like
collector might slow down.
stopping for this. Yeah, nobody's stopping for this argument. Seems to sort of be par for the course for them to like sort of sort out their differences. But yes, you all have all gotten onto the boat.
Cool.
All right, Taylor. You can go first. What you got to say?
Yeah, I need a headspace. Not presume to lecture me about the proper way to do things. I do
If you're
not
gonna
tell
be-
you how to do your job. Do not tell me how to do my job.
What is my job then, Tibar?
Really, it's to be upfront, be obnoxious, and just kind of make a spectacle of yourself, which is fine. That's fine. I don't appreciate being told that it should be the way that I handle things too.
When it's a group effort, we should be on uniform in one set way. If we start doing things and right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, all of a sudden we're going to get attacked by a bunch of people that we don't know are coming. It's happened before. So I'm sorry if it seems like that, I'm this extravagant person, but when you have as many minds as I do in my head all the time, you kind of just let things go. But that sicking a dinosaur on a wizard that literally just gave us his focus to defend himself, that's low.
He uses necromancy to hurt people.
Okay. We get back into the whole necromancy topic. He's not the only person who uses necromancy. What about the people that actually use other forms of magic to hurt people? Are you going to do the same thing to them?
Probably, but it matters more to me that it's necromancy, because that's what my family practiced.
All right. Well, Sinclair at this point like just senses a little bit like necromancy is not like I understand where you're coming from. Being that myself, I'm formed by partial necromancy myself. It's hard not to get heated in the moment when it comes down to things like that. But to just go all out and just lower yourself to their level is not worth it. Like you saw what we dealt with the mimes and shit. Like they pulled our fucking worst fears out at us. Like that shit's not acceptable.
It's not the same as what my family did. We protected people. We didn't hurt others.
See, Lance is gonna front at this one. He's like, how did you protect people with necromancy, Tibar?
My family raised the dead of people who tried to raid and plunder where we lived, and used them as guards.
Did you ask them for
Help
permission?
defend. They didn't bother. They tried to hurt us. I was sent out to deal with them. My family made them useful.
I meant the people you raised. Or were they all enemies that you raised?
They were all enemies that we raised. We did not raise anybody who didn't want to be, if they weren't trying to harm.
Did any point in time you use magic to heal somebody to keep them alive longer than they wanted to be?
I mean, there are couple of people in my village with healing magic, but that wasn't my job. My job was to go out and make sure that raiders never got to our village.
And so you use the raiders to defend yourself against the raiders.
In essence, if they ever actually got to our town.
So, like, sorry, I think this is a point where Irene's going to be like, see, that to me sounds awful. Because even if they were your enemies, that itself, like, to be raised to defend somebody I didn't want to defend would seem just purely unethical.
And they shouldn't have tried to raid people who didn't want to be raided.
What happens if they had no choice? Just like he had no choice.
We all have a choice.
Not necessarily. That comes back down to where you live. Like, did the four of us, like the choice of touching the Gorget, do you consider that like an actual accident, or do you consider that like, no, that's your fault for touching an item?
Did you intentionally seek out this item?
No, absolutely not.
And how did you?
So, sit down for a second. Obviously, we're not sitting down. Sinclair is going to actually sit down at this point. It's like
Now they're eye to eye.
the four of us: Simon, Camilla, Irene, and Lance. The four of us, we actually traveled as an adventuring party ourselves. We used to live together. We were friends since we were children. 3, 5, and 6 is when we met each other. We've been friends ever since. We decided finally, once Simon got out of jail for killing his father, another story for another time, mind you, that we would go out and adventure. We went a bit of a ways. We were still in Sima Masada, but we found a dungeon full of goblins. They had been dealing with some, townsfolk and stuff, so we decided to take care of them. As we entered the cave, where they had all their loot, sitting on a pedestal, and with a nice beam of light came down, was the Gorget. This, and Sinclair will show off the Gorget again. But it had no one on it, there was nothing attached to it, and it looked valuable. So it was the first piece of treasure we had actually ever earned adventuring. So what did the four of us do? As a group effort, we all touched it at the same time to claim it as our first piece of treasure. And we all died. There is, luckily enough, there is a wizard in here who is imprisoned in here by his master, from what we understand, who sensed all four of us touching it, used our bodies, like necromancy, used what parts that he could, fused us together, and made this. And brought our souls into the Gorget. Hence, we're still alive, but at a hefty cost. Necromancy is what saved us.
Yes. But he's using it to help people.
But it's the same thing as he's mixing other monsters and things in there. But the difference is he has higher-ups that if he doesn't do this, he's going to die. The difference is the gun is pointed towards him. That's the only otherwise I like half of us do agree with you. Necromancy should be used like it was to save us. We agree with that. But we understand where he comes from at the same time, because there are people that are higher up in us in governments and stuff like that that hold over us, like my father, like the guard, and like Simon or Sinclair just kind of starts doing this a little bit. Is like my mother, people that want to hold us down, that have a gun to us, but we have to follow what they say, right? Or else, what happens?
You can always die on your feet than live on your knees. That's what my family decided to do.
We tried to fight. Show the scar off. This happened because we tried to fight. It's another long story.
And you got stronger, right?
I mean, did we? Are we?
I mean, sure, you guys are in one whole body for a bunch of people.
Hi, Zephyr. Can't really talk. We're role playing, but hi, baby.
But you said Simon killed his father, so there's a step in the right direction. You made a choice to help yourself out to make things better.
But we committed murder for it, right?
Maybe
It's still a bad
some
thing.
people deserve killing, though.
Does everybody is the line that we're gonna draw then? Some people do deserve death. I still think that
If they go out and harm others, then goes around comes around. You protect people. I presume that's what you do.
I try, but I also try to give people a chance to change their ways, to not be the dark hand that just decides fates.
Do you really think Hansen would have changed his ways? He was clearly enjoying what he did.
I think if I actually could meet the real Hansen, I think I personally could have, with the 4 personalities in August, we could have made some leeway. For Hansen, maybe. He seemed like he enjoyed his work, but he didn't seem like he was beyond saving. Those mimes we fought, they were beyond saving.
Yes.
And hence why we fought them. And I had no problem with it.
And Hansen knew that his creations going into the Arum Empire's gladiator rings to kill people.
If he didn't,
That is why.
but if he didn't do it, they would have found someone else to do it, right?
Possibly.
And what would
That comes down to what I said about we all have a choice. He's a powerful wizard. He can make his way out.
Could he? He's on an isolated island.
I mean, here, probably not, but aren't wizards supposed to be able to go wherever they want?
Not.
Isn't that the whole point?
I can guarantee you, with what magical prowess I have and know of, it takes a long time to get to that level. Like, maybe he was getting close to it, but even then, there are so many counter anti-magic measures that you could put on him that anything he thinks of it could backfire on him. Try to teleport away, teleports to a cage at X amount of, miles away instead, kind of thing. Look, I'm sorry, Timber. I understand. I get a little heated, and I get a little hot-headed. I understand it's necessary to need somebody to do the dark and dirty underdeed, but at the same time, I also I would like our party not to do it unless we really need to. I mean, he's just gonna reset, you know? He's more likely just gonna reset and not remember
Alright.
anything.
I hope that's the case, because I do not. Where are those papers at? I do not want any record of him making it to the real world.
He already exists in the real world.
I've never heard of him,
That doesn't mean anything. He
and
was,
I live.
look, our clothes are from 500 years ago.
Indeed. Which is my point. I have never heard of him. My family have been prominent necromancers for centuries. We've lived next to the Orem Empire for a couple of those centuries. I should know who he is, and I have no idea. I'd like to keep it that way. I don't want his creations putting more stains on necromancy and causing me more problems than I've already gotten.
How does that make sense?
And as you have that thought, I guess it makes sense.
No, how does that make sense is what I said, but
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out like how he's not like heard of it and all that, but like yeah, go ahead.
How does that make sense? The thought strikes you with a little bit more force than you're used to your thoughts striking you. You've got a real bad headache.
All right, Taylor. I'm gonna he's gonna bite his thumb. I need a moment. Could one of you fetch me a thing of ale? Light ale.
Which for Sinclair
I will do it. You
is a little weird.
agree not to tell me how to do my job again.
Fine, then don't call me
I'm very-
obnoxious.
I
We've got a
agree.
deal.
T-Bar's gonna walk off to go get him some ale.
It's about this time that you cross through that foggy threshold, and everyone gets all of their long restables back. And you see the next island. Fairly small. The only thing really on this island, other than a few green rolling hills, is a single solitary mansion. 2 stories tall, beautifully made. Somebody roll me a history check.
Negatory.
I can roll it. Who's rolling it?
I don't.
Or
I don't
multiple
have-
somebody's can, if
T-Bar.
just whoever.
I guess.
Whoever wants to know where the building is from or try to guess before you get to the island.
That's a good start, at least.
As you bring Sinclair's ale back, he's gonna try to reach for it, but he's gonna miss several times.
T-Bar's just gonna wait patiently.
Good buddy.
He looks like he's off his balance massively.
Okay, I think you need to continue sitting there. Probably should lay down. Can I roll a medicine check?
Yeah.
Sweet. See what this gives me. I have no idea what's going on. Also, put a 1 on the board.
Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Wait. Womp, womp, womp.
Fetch the princess.
Oh my god, I
That's a
totally forgot
question.
she was with us. Not gonna lie.
That has been our goal this entire time.
I know.
But the funny thing is,
This side quest for so long that I forgot she was
So
with us.
where?
yeah, Sinclair's gonna say fetch the princess, and T-Bar's gonna be like, who?
Sinclair's not gonna answer. At this point, if you've seen someone like actually like delirious and like unbalanced, he is sitting there just trying to hold himself up at this point.
There are 4 lady characters on this boat. There is the Storm Sorcerer Fairy. There is the clerical looking female. Almost like androgynous. There is the Wood Elf, who is the second in command of the ship. And there is Haku, the Hadozi Powder Monkey.
I don't think T-Bar's actually been properly introduced to any of the crew yet.
Yeah.
There's never really been enough time for proper introductions.
So of those 4, visually, who would he assume is the princess?
I was about to say, may I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Actually, I have expertise on this, so let's see how this goes.
5.
14.
Include the princess on that list? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's
she was on
the
there.
androgynous looking clerical lady.
Yeah. I, as a player, know which one it is. T-Bar has... Well, what does a 14 give T-Bar?
14 gets you... You're not sure which one is the princess, but you assume that he's looking for somebody with some sort of magic, likely healing magic. Could be the Storm Fairy, could be the cleric.
You know that Hamilton line? If you had to choose, if you had to choose.
Would you look at
Had
that?
to
The
choose.
coin says... The coin says the cleric.
Nice.
At this point, Sinclair is holding his hands in his head, or his head in his hands, or whatever. Wherever he's like bent over, like holding his head.
T-Bar's just gonna walk up to the androgynous cleric lady and be like, I think your friend needs help.
And she'll kind of see Sinclair through the doorway and be like, oh, let me get right on that. And she'll go in and she'll close the door. And she's gonna make a medicine check. She is going to bring you an orange and some water and tell you to rest.
Let me see if I can actually.
Get some of that vitamin C, fight scurvy.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to just roll a real quick sleight of hand to see if I can actually grab the damn thing. And I'm going to roll with disadvantage if it's okay.
Heck yeah.
I guess it would qualify as like being as kind of a drunken state.
That's what I was thinking.
I
Poison condition.
rolled a 9 and a 13, so I got a 20. So I'm just gonna just and kind of just like do like a just both at once kind of thing.
Yeah. I think you should rest. Maybe take this next island off.
Can they handle it without me?
Sure, they're very capable.
I think you're right. And Sinclair is just gonna pass out, like head just back into the mast.
She's gonna like pull like a little canvas blanket up.
I mean, it's little
Okay.
Sinclair's little tent area.
Yeah, she's gonna like pull like a blanket over just to make sure you're like comfortable. And then go back to whatever she was doing before, while still trying to like keep an eye on the tent, make sure you don't get any worse. As for the rest of you, did anybody roll that history check?
I think Dr. Fenn did.
I put mine in the with Dr. Case. Man, it would suck if it was a DC 20 check.
Okay. So, Finn, you would especially be familiar with this anyway. This architecture is from Arentus. It's a little older. Not too long before Arentus actually became Arentus, back when it was part of the Kingdom of Sisavada. But definitely Arentian. And if the architecture didn't give it away, the thick layer of fog and gloomy rain would, as rain begins to sort of come down gently for now, but with the sound of rolling thunder in the distance around the boat.
You said rolling thunder in the distance?
Yes.
Am I able to tell, like, that's from a storm or from, like, anything else?
Yeah, like it's raining on you now, but the thunder still sounds different. So it's likely going to get worse, but for now it's just a gentle rain.
Okay.
In the thick fog. But the lights in the house look very welcoming.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's anything around the house that might be dangerous?
Yeah, go ahead.
And can I use my spyglass in my detective's kit?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a powerful spyglass.
Oh yeah, baby.
Out here acting like a telescope.
It's like one of those really stereotypical like pull-out ones that you just like.
Yeah, I imagine it's Captain Jack Sparrow's second
Yeah, exactly.
spyglass, where it just stretches out real far for no reason.
With a 20, you don't see anything that immediately sparks danger. There is a woman who is standing sort of in the doorway under like a little overhang, who seems to be waving and sort of motioning for you to approach.
Inviting home, friendly woman. This can't possibly end well.
What do you mean, an inviting woman?
Well, she is waving at us.
How can you see that from this far?
I've got tools for every occasion.
Gross. No, I'm kidding.
And
You could
as
say
the
gross,
ship
but
gets
I'm-
closer,
Hey, wait a minute. He's not an artificer.
as the ship gets closer to the island, you can also see the woman sort of waving. She's doing like that big greeting a ship wave, where she's got like a little hanky.
Wait, is the mansion like on the edge of the island, like on the beach or something?
It's a fairly small island. Like there's a couple of like little green hills around back. But most of the island is just this little mansion.
Oh, so your average Minecraft island, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would like to vibe check.
Go ahead and vibe check.
See if the spidey senses are continuing. 19.
With a 19, the woman seems sincere enough in her greeting. But you also know that if everything was normal, the dragon wouldn't have this as an island. But the woman seems nice.
Lamont's gonna go get Sinclair because she didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
All right, Sinclair, we're at the next island. You okay, buddy?
As you poke your head into Sinclair's little on the deck tent, he is passed out asleep.
Oh, that's new.
Uh,
So kind of like she'll blow some air at him to try and wake him up a little bit.
Also, you'll notice the ale hasn't been touched.
Yeah, there is a full cup of ale, a half-drunk mug of water, and a half-eaten orange.
Like skin and all, half eaten.
I
Like,
feel like
It's probably spit out somewhere.
just
yeah.
just
I
bit
feel
into
like
it like an apple.
seeing the state that Sinclair was in, she probably would have like just peeled it. Like it would have still been like whole, but she would have peeled all the stuff off.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess he needs to rest. That's kind of weird, though. Can I make an
Right.
investigation check?
Kind of put together what happened.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kara, can I make a suggestion? I'm gonna message you just in case. I don't want to reveal it.
That's a 17.
Okay, I will wait to tell you what
Nice.
a 17 gets you until I receive.
Is that a good like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you are sort of looking around, you notice the things that you noticed already. You noticed two other things. One is that there is a lot of heat coming off of Sinclair, specifically around where the Gorget is.
A lot of heat.
Yeah, it's like radiating like more warmth than normal. Like it's not just like people body heat.
Interesting.
And the other thing you notice is that it seems like the princess seems to be moving in a direction where she could have been leaving Sinclair's tent.
Wait, is she in the tent right now, or is she outside the tent?
She's outside the tent, but she seems to be heading in a direction that would indicate that she was recently in the tent.
Oh, okay. So, like, I would know that the princess was there.
Yeah, so you would know that if you wanted to put more pieces together, you could ask her.
Okay. So I'll sort of whisper, I'll be like, "Good night, Sinclair." And then I'll go over and find the princess and ask her what happened.
She'll let you know. Big headache, real unsteady. Gave him some water and an orange to sort of hydrate and feel better, but needs rest. And should probably sit this next island out.
Okay. This is different. Just keep an eye on him, I guess.
Of course.
Wish us luck.
You don't need it. You're skilled enough.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And I'll go join the others. Is Vox gonna come along too, or are they just like staying on the ship? For like absentee purposes.
Fox is coming with, according to the dice.
Okay.
I believe Drake still has that sheet. Or we can just write him out of combat. It's not like you guys are fighting a super big boss monster this time.
Okay.
So I will leave that up to Drake whether he wants to put the effort in to run them during combat.
Let me see if the long rest button was hit. The long rest button was not hit.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll decide when we get there.
Okay, that's fair. But for story plot purposes, Vox is with you guys.
Okay, cool. I'll sort of be like, hey, maybe it should just be the four of us for now. What's the scope on this lady? Or no, let me ask first. I'll say, what's the scope on this lady? Do we need to bring like a team of people to like fight?
Probably.
She seemed dangerous?
I don't know.
With how
And
things have been going, most likely.
All right. Then I'll call down Brisk to come with us.
Let me open that character sheet back up.
Sorry.
No, you good. You good. I made fun people for you to bring along if you wanted. And of course, having the storm connection with Lamola and the past connection with T-Bar, Frisk is more than happy to come along with. Oh goodness, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. As you sort of exit onto this island, there's a conveniently placed dock not too far from the front entrance of the house, and the woman seems to be coming down to greet you.
She's coming down to greet us?
Yeah, like down to where the dock is.
Oh, okay. Guys, let's be casual about this, okay? She's just a nice lady for all we know.
Wait on.
In my experience, the friendlier the lady, the more dangerous.
Well, we don't want to go in swinging, so big smiles, nice polite manners. She could be just a nice granny with cookies to give us. Who knows?
I'll kind of scoff and light another cigarette.
Wait on. As he
And as
gestures
you-
to Lamola to go forward.
As you descend, she sort of greets you on the dock. Welcome, welcome! You must be here for the dinner party. And those with slightly keener than average passive perception, aka if you have a 12 or higher, would notice that she has a necklace on. And one of the gems in that necklace is the gem that you're looking for.
Not my
You
perception
said
being
passive
11.
perception of what?
12 or higher.
Oh, okay, so I noticed it.
Yeah, Vox and T-Bar both also notice it.
Shoot.
By 1, right?
Yep,
So you
by
have
one.
+1 to...
Aw.
Yep.
But Lamola's too concerned with Sinclair, and now she's being pushed to be party lead.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
Be
basically.
bothered with trivial
Sinclair,
details.
this is normally Sinclair's job. Now I gotta do it.
For once.
For once. I'm supposed to be the backup. Well, I guess this is my backup moment, but
You are the you are the replacement for the big wheel, and now it is your turn.
The britches of the left were really big. Enjoy the filling of them.
dinner
And
party.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say dinner party. Yes, I believe so. Could you remind us of the details?
And you feel like a slight weight in your pocket, like someone is poorly pickpocketing something into your pocket. And you don't see anyone. But when you look, there is an invitation.
What does it say?
And it says, you are cordially invited to the residence of Miss Amaranth for the annual, God, I cannot remember the word. Charity, Jesus. Charity dinner party.
How do you spell her name?
Amaranth,
Yeah.
it's like the flower. AMOURANTH. Amaranth.
ANTH.
M.
Oh, AM.
AMOURAN and TH.
ANTH.
Yeah.
Okay. Amaranth. Amaranth or Amarant?
Amaranth. TH. Like
Okay,
the
so-
flower.
Okay. So Lamola will kind of like fumble for the invitation and be like, "Oh, Miss Amaranth, so sorry. We've been floating by all these different parties. I just get them mixed up in my head. Lamola, at your service."
Welcome, welcome. You won't find a better charity dinner than mine. And you can see she's dressed very much for like a charity dinner. She's got her like poofy sleeves. She's got like a very long sort of 1800s style dress. And you're still wearing the very nice clothes from the previous island, which, as you passed through the fog, seemed magically cleaned and mended from anywhere that they had been damaged or ripped during the fight.
They didn't turn
Nice.
to sand. Nice. Cool.
And as you're talking to this woman, from a little bit further down the dock, out of the mist, approaches a figure in a raven mask.
They're like coming up on the dock.
Yeah, so it's like a long dock, and you're parked at one part of it, and she came down like the part that's coming from the house, and then further down, like horizontally from where you're at instead of perpendicular.
Okay.
Is coming a figure in a raven mask.
Oh, mind introducing us to your friend?
Oh, this must be another guest. Hello, dear.
The figure will approach, just casually. One moment. I have chips in my mouth. I was munching. Watching.
Caught Tom at a bad time.
Caught him lacking.
I gotta get my voice in character. Give me 2 seconds.
Also, Drake, you are not allowed to say lacking ever again.
No.
That is not in your generation's wheelhouse.
I got it, Devin, real quick. Occasion grandma. Oh, hello there. Nice to see.
Time has come and the time has passed. So
Oh,
It
nice to
is
see.
very much within my generation.
it has passed. That's what I meant. It has passed. So let it be deceased.
Oh, some friendly faces. Not seen many of those in my walk.
And you are?
Ah, dear youngin, I am Josephine. She'll bow.
Oh,
That is
Hello.
precisely the voice I pictured this woman having. I love it.
Lamola, at your service, and these are my friends, Tabar, Dr. Finn Case, and Mr. Vox.
Oh, lovely names. And who is this esteemed woman you're speaking to?
I am Amaranth of the finest charity dinner that you will ever find.
The flower.
Yes.
Oh dear, those flowers are gorgeous.
Much like yourself. I do the mask. That's a fun touch. Adds an air of mystery.
Instead of bowing, she'll do like a Cajun curtsy. Just, I appreciate it.
Somewhere
Sarah, you
between
mentioned-
Tiana and like Mama Odie vibes. I'm here for it.
I love
Wait,
it so much.
you mentioned 1800 style dress, and I just got to ask, how big are the hoops?
This is like a late 1800s, so this is like the really long, skinny ones.
Okay.
How long are the what?
How wide are the hoops?
Oh,
No, this
why
is-
How,
are the
how big are the hoops?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
this is
I
more
thought-
like a bustle, and there's very poofy shoulders to this dress.
Well,
But the silhouette of the skirt is a lot more narrow.
pretty. Well, if there's a charity dinner, am I welcome to attend?
Of course. I sent out the invitation.
I must have missed it.
And as you say that, you feel like a slight more weight in your pocket.
Let me
During-
check again, and you'll see just her like checking like her cloak pockets. And you guys, I will. She'll let it show that she's got a short sword attached to her hip. That.
And then if everybody could roll me a perception check other than Josephine.
You said perception check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Drake, you're doing a mute.
I know. I just had to do some snickering out of character. It's my I have a wonderful girlfriend. She knows how to make me laugh.
Another nat 1 on the board. Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
That means Lamola doesn't
All
know.
right, so Vox doesn't notice things apparently.
If I used an inspiration to re-roll a check, can I use the one I rolled before this, or do I have to use the new roll?
You get to choose.
Okay.
You get advantage, so you take the higher.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Vox got a 7 and T-Bar got a 24.
I put mine in the chat.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
I
rolled a
rolled a
7,
2.
so I was like, oh, surely I can roll better than that, and then I nat 1, so I'm like, oh, well, I guess not.
So, what's the perception check you said for these guys?
You can roll one as well. It's everybody except Josephine. You said Vox rolled a 9.
7.
7. And you rolled a 22?
24 for T-Bar.
24. 26.
26 for me.
Okay.
8.
So Lamola and Vox do not notice. But the two of you notice a vaguely familiar colorful dragon tattoo on the forearm of this new character.
It would be dull right now.
Yeah. It is not as bright as normal, but it is still there.
I imagine at some point during this interaction, Lamola would have like mumbled up to the sky, being like, "Wow, I wish I could have been dressed better," because like her dress, if you remember, it was like really revealing, like Roman style, and like thin.
Yeah.
And now she's like in the presence of this like lady.
Can I roll a perception to see if they see that?
I find it hilarious that the two newest characters to this party are the ones who noticed.
Right, which is why I said vaguely familiar. I didn't say where you knew it from.
Can I roll a perception or insight to see if I notice?
Notice that they notice?
Yes.
I will say that's going to be insight.
Cool. 18.
18. You notice that they noticed something. It's hard to put together, but like, maybe they were taking note of the short sword. Maybe it was the tattoo. Maybe they're sizing you up. But they noticed something.
You underneath the raven mask, you'll see like this is a small smirk. Very hard to see the mouth, but
the mask just moves slightly.
It's just like, well, I'm definitely looking forward to some good food for some good-looking guys as well. Too bad, I'm already married. And just kind of do that motion, but it doesn't hurt to flirt, honeys.
Well, all
T-Bar's
are
going
welcome.
T-Bar is going to assume that was directed all entirely at Dr. Case.
Making it seem like they were checking her out or something.
Come, the rest of the guests are inside.
And
she'll start moving. Of course.
Oh, fantastic.
She'll start moving back towards the house. Now this house is a beautiful antique piece that I have rented for just this occasion. And she'll sort of gesture and start going on about the architecture and, how old the building is. She seems very proud of the party that she's putting on. and
You know-
nothing else seems amiss.
See, honey, I love the architecture too. See, my best friend, one of them, his name is Joker. He was a fantastic. She was a fantastic artificer, mind you. She helped build my family home. Like,
Oh, that's lovely.
enough for 7 children. It was beautiful. It was so gorgeous. The home was full and lived in. But
What a big family. That's so beautiful.
you know how it
And she
is,
sorta
though. They grow up.
Sweeps inside. Of course. Move out. I know myself. I have a few grays hidden in here. She sort of like brushes back like some of her very long hair.
Honey, you don't look a day over 40.
Well, thank you. Coats can stay here, and the dining room is back this way. And she sort of leads you through a very grandiose entrance. Let me just kind of show you guys what you see so far. So there's a very grandiose entrance. And she's going to lead you back to the dining room in the back.
Oh, okay.
Well, hey, this floor plan looks mildly familiar.
Does it?
It does?
Yeah, major entryway leading to a big room into the back, and then 2 sets of staircases on either side.
Lamola, so
It may not be the same house, but it certainly
that-
looks familiar.
that garment you're wearing is absolutely just breathtaking, honey.
Oh, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting to be coming to such a event such as this one. I just came from a different kind of party.
Well, you look lovely.
Thank you both.
Um,
You both-
And as she sort of sweeps you all into the dining room, there are 2 other gentlemen. One is sort of in a very nice suit. The other is dressed a bit more, shall we say, pirate-like, with like a billowy shirt and pants. And then there's another woman who is dressed not quite in the Orem Empire style, but in a similar amount of like exotic and revealing as Swellomola is wearing. So you are not too far out of place here.
I
Oh,
am
no.
horribly underdressed. Madam, would you happen to have some extra clothes that I could dress in to make it a little bit more fancy?
I always carry extra dresses with me. And she sort of sweeps one of the cloaks off of the cloak rack and puts it on you and snaps her fingers. And this is a cloak of disguise. So you are dressed immediately in the elegant dress that you are thinking of.
Something Cajun.
I'm picturing like Lottie's big poofy dress.
But definitely with a
for
lot of
Mr.
color.
Frog. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in character, what the frick is Cajun?
Cajun, Shigala.
Yeah.
Wow, you just look astonishing. Why did I forget her name?
She's gonna take the moment just to be like, she's gonna be Josephine, man. Oh, honey, it's okay.
You just look absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Not as she kind of does like a little twirl, like not my usual forte, but you know, gotta get into it a little bit, you know.
Would Lamola happen to notice like her like mannerisms or like body movements are similar to Sinclair's, or would they be like totally different?
That's a question for Tom.
Completely different.
Completely different. Okay, because I was gonna try and see if Lamola can be like, huh, this person seems familiar, but okay. No,
I'm gonna
they're totally
say
different.
she is much lighter on her feet and much more like fluid.
Okay. Cool. Does she have like full length like hair, or is it short like Sinclair's too?
It would be short like Sinclair's, but she's got the Raven mask on,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so it would be over her hair.
Okay, gotcha. So like I wouldn't be able to tell.
And she's like, I'm sorry, I'd like to keep the mask on. It's part of my way, if that's okay.
No, that was all out of character.
No,
None of
in
that.
character. That was Josephine. If
No
anybody
way.
questions the mask.
Oh, okay.
It adds an air of mystery, if you will.
Stealth, kind of the point. Underneath my breath. Josephine's trying to drop some hints.
Drop hints. Okay, I will say roll a stealth check.
16 plus whatever I got for stealth, which she is proficient with. 24.
Speaking of stealthy, T-Bar is doing the thing where he kind of hides out behind the group.
Yeah.
And mind you, this will be just for the party to say kind of the point.
Yeah. You said it was a 16 plus what?
8, 24.
Nice.
Well,
I would say that Lamola could roll, but I guess the only way to get that would be a natural 20 because you've only got the +1 to perception, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Unless you would like
I mean,
to self-impose disadvantage on your stealth check.
I was thinking about it. I think I'm going to.
Okay.
Add flavor. 9? I botched. That's on that one.
Ooh! Well, then that one,
Yeah.
the other party members here, they kind of the point.
Okay. I'll make a. Would it be investigation or perception?
Um,
Go with the dice sometimes. Live on the edge.
what's better, your perception or your insight?
I would
My
say,
percep-
yeah, perception would be more like the thing, right? That you're going for.
Or
My
insight, look at
perception
why
better.
I say that. That's a kind of a point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I say it could be either.
Okay. I'll go with investigation for story wise because I feel like Lamola would be like, why is she saying that?
Insight, not investigation.
Insight. Sorry.
I'm doing insight.
Oh,
because
I have a +4 to
expertise
insight.
now.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Insight it is.
Nice.
Oh, I rolled bad. Oof.
I'm also using an inspiration because I also rolled bad. That's much better. Thank you, Dai, for being cooperative this time.
I'll keep my bad insight.
Okay. So we got a
'Cause
12.
T-Bar perks up the ears at the stealth.
Girl, you gotta put your dice under the moonlight or something.
My dice don't like me. And I have a +4.
I had to roll with advantage in order to get that. So
That pillow's so cute.
Yeah, thank you.
I
It's a pillow pet.
It's
It's a
flip.
pillow.
I was about to say it's flip.
This is just flip now.
So T-Bart, you start to put together between the under the breath comment and the slightly faded tattoo. Which gives you a lot of that very flamboyant, obnoxious person that you were just arguing with. But they're a lot more lithe and graceful and quiet and demure, and it's weird because it's them,
Demure.
but it's not them. Listen, that's a word that exists before the meme was a thing.
I know. Just hearing it outside of the meme in a serious context is just funny now.
All right. So
Very demure.
Very
did,
Mike.
did Amaranth make it obvious where these cloak of disguises come from?
Yeah, she pulled one off of the rack, and there are a couple others that look the same.
Well, I would like to sneakily attempt to put one on and disguise myself as an entirely different person.
Oh my god.
So as you attempt to do that, you are still a rabbit. You are still you. But you can wear whatever clothing you like. And I will point out, in case it went over anybody's head, the clothes did not disappear when you left Titanic Park Island. The other stuff was turning to sand, but the clothes did not.
Mm.
Out of character, Irene is ecstatic.
T-Bar didn't take the clothes, so that didn't matter.
I think it was just Sinclair and Lamola.
Yeah.
Which, any new outfit, happy day.
In any case, he was going to attempt to look like a servant style thing as a different creature entirely, and that didn't work.
You still got the servanty clothes. You're still you, though.
Yeah.
You get the idea that this cloak of
Looks like
disguise only works on your outfit and not on your person.
Tucks the ears back, just passes off as like a meerkat or something.
So, Dr. Finn,
I mean, you could certainly try.
what exactly are you a doctor of, honey?
Doctor of many things. Doctor of medicine for one.
Medicine? Oh, holy goodness. Immediately, Josephine's is going to start talking medicine. Specifically herbalism and stuff. Can I roll a medicine check, Kara, for knowledge?
I will say, for the purpose of this, you know enough that you can carry on a conversation about it without you having to roll for it.
Fantastic.
I will say,
and as you're
for
sort of talking
purposes of-
about this, go ahead.
Just for the purposes of maintaining a low profile, I will have the ears down.
Okay. As you do. And sort of as you're all talking, Amaranth stands sort of at the end of the table and sort of taps a little fork on her wine glass. Well, now, I would love to welcome all of you to this most fine of dinner parties. And as she's talking, there's a very loud crack of thunder outside. And it gets real bright in the room for a moment, and then real dark as your eyes try to readjust. And when they do, the other three guests have disappeared, and she is slumped over the table with a wound on the back of her head, and her necklace is missing.
As soon as the crack of thunder happens, T-Bar would be underneath the table.
No, buddy.
Just to, bad thing's about to happen. Time to hide.
Oh my.
Welcome to the spooky Halloween episode.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. So she has a wound. Wait, can I just go to investigate her to see if she's like dead? Or is that medicine check? Or is it investigation?
That would be medicine.
I'll follow up with you, and I'll also do my own check. And as this is going on, I'll say, not again. I'm gonna need a new pack and a cup of coffee.
Honey, you need to put those packs away. They're bad for your health.
So for the people in the party that had dark vision, did they notice anything when the lights were out?
Oh fuck.
No, so the lightning was
terrible.
bright enough that it took a second to readjust your eyes.
Okay.
Go ahead and put another nat 1,
Eee.
and I'm gonna use my inspiration for that one.
All right.
I got.
Ooh.
Oh,
At least the nat ones are being spread around this
Right,
time
oh,
instead of just
Yeah.
congealing on me.
Person.
Looks like I'm a doctor of shams right now.
Okay, so those who rolled a 10 or higher would notice she is not dead. She is unconscious. But she is definitely bleeding.
Can I check for poisons using Sleeves tools, my poison detection kit?
Hold on.
Yes, you may.
Awesome. Let's go.
Mola will just like try to grab whatever to like help stop the bleeding.
Poison check.
Oh my god, what is going on? Ah,
Oh.
I'm just a girl. I can't deal with this. No, I'm kidding.
This is perfect.
There
'Cause-
are some very nice, very thick napkins on the table that you can use to sort of try to staunch the bleeding.
hold
Um,
on.
with
I
a
was about to say, I
26.
imagine these are cloth.
Mhm.
There do not seem to be any poisons. The cause of her unconsciousness definitely seems to be the wound on the back of her head.
Is it blunt, sharp, or can I tell exactly?
With a, I'll let the 26 carry over. This is definitely very blunt, and that's probably why she's still alive.
I'm going to use my hands of healing skill. Did you take a look at the Monk of Mercy?
Yeah, I love the way Mercy Monk.
I did not write it down, but I know I have it. No, I did. Okay. I can remove any of these effects if she's got them. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, stunned with this touch. And what Josephine's going to do, she's going to just approach and be like, stand back, honey. I've got this. And I'm just going to like hit some pressure points and just hit it with a little bit of key at the chest point. So
She seems to stabilize.
Heals
but is
5
still
HP.
unconscious.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just have the mental image of Master Shifu bringing the Furious Five back after getting paralyzed by Tai Long. They're just doing it. Boop. Fixed.
With the 5 temporary hit points, she seems to start breathing like a lot more evenly than she did. But she is still unconscious.
Oh, that's when Lamola, she'll like remember, she's like, oh, I learned that new spell, and then she'll sort of like stumble her way through a healing word spell. If I can get it out. Let's see.
What is that healing word?
You want me to pick a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
So-
2 words. Could just be like,
Okay.
feel better.
Does she sing it out?
Get out of my head,
no,
Kara.
She'll sing it out a little bit, and then like you'll notice that the spell ends with wake up. And that's full 7 HP.
Okay.
Awesome.
Between the 2 healings, she does wake up a little bit. Oh, what happened? Where
Are you okay?
My head hurts an awful lot. She sort of reaches for the wine glass to drink a little bit. Are the lot of you all right?
I would like to stop her. I will
Okay.
offer her a half-drinking bottle of water.
Can I make? What would it be? Insight.
I would say at this point, I'm not gonna make you make a check because there have been enough small hints dropped.
But this is my first one, though.
Sword was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you missed the tattoo, but you did hear the under the breath comment.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then now there is the same, and you were the one who had the closest contact with this half-drunk carafe of water, and it's the same one.
Miss Josephine, where did you get that?
Honey, questions for another time. The host was attacked.
Right. Sorry. I guess.
Sinclair's fine.
And she will take the water.
Dr. Case, I don't know if you noticed, but her necklace is gone.
I did notice that.
Are you going to be
Looks
on the
like
case?
we have a motive.
Her necklace. Did it have the crystal on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Wait, and the other 3 are gone.
Oh,
What if they took it?
oh no. Oh no, the rogues are in unison. That's not good.
I have one very important question before we get started. Where can I get some coffee?
In the kitchen, dear.
Alright.
Should be, and she sort of points out, to behind her and towards, if I can, there we go, and towards the door on this side. Go through there into the hallway. It'll be on your right.
Right.
Miss Amaranth, do you have a place to lay down, maybe? We don't want you to get caught up in all this while we go find those guys who took your necklace.
I think it would be best if I rest right here.
Okay. Is there anything I
feel
can
like
get?
if I stand up, I might not be so steady on my feet.
Oh, good idea. Do you know who those guys were?
Well, one was Miss Lorelei. She's come to every charity dinner. The other 2 were new. One said he was a doctor. Maybe he didn't say he was a doctor. He just had a look on him. He didn't really talk much, come to think of it.
Well, that's all right, Miss Amaranth. Don't worry yourself silly. We'll find them, I promise.
Thank you, dear.
Do you want someone to stay with you?
I think I'll be quite all right. And she snaps her fingers, and the 4 suits of armor in the corners of the dining room sort of spring to life and stand at attention. I think I've got enough protection in here.
Oh,
I won't
good.
bother you none, though.
That is
Okay, so then she'll turn to Josephine. She'll be like, Miss Josephine, you want to help us look for these missing people?
We need the necklace, don't we, dear?
Yes. How did you know that?
Honey,
Who are you?
honey, I've been watching for a long time. Away from Miss Amaranth. Let's walk away from Miss Amaranth. I don't think we need to give her a stroke. In all good time. Come.
I'll probably be
Ahead,
back by now with coffee for everyone.
Yeah. Okay, if you are going this way, I'll go ahead and
And T-Bar
reveal
would be back in his regular clothes.
that room.
I don't even think anyone noticed that you changed clothes. Since you were
I
so
think so too. With so stealthy.
I mean, the white would be more noticeable since he went for standard, like, butler attire.
Yeah. So here's what I will say, Dr. Finn. You make it as far as the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when one of the knives on the counter sort of springs itself up and throws itself right past your ear.
The knife itself, or someone doing it?
Does it
Roll me a perception check.
does it do the whole noise when it hits?
It does. It sort of does like a little flip, and then it sticks in the wall and goes boom. Seems to be just the knife.
I love it.
Oh my god. Alright. And I'll pull out my pistol and go back to the main room. Well, we're gonna have to hold out on that coffee. Looks like someone threw a knife at me.
Who?
No idea.
I have a few.
All right. Well, where was it? In the kitchen?
Yep.
Let's go have a look, I guess.
Perfect. I can let you guys know. I'm sorry, my voice changed. Give me a second. Eating spicy chips makes it where it's hard to hit the right notes on your tongue.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Alright, honeys. Let's head into the kitchen. Give Miss Emma the break here, and I can explain what's going on.
You know what's going on?
What's going on with me, hon?
Oh. Oh.
Dear, bless your heart.
Bless my what?
Bless your little heart. She's gonna walk by and just give you like a little pat on the shoulder.
And I'll just say to you, it's Southern for calling you stupid.
Honey, not everybody likes the tricks known, smart ass.
I'd rather you be straightforward, as that's how I deal with this.
I will say that T-Bar did snicker in character at the it's Southern for calling you stupid. So T-Bar is going to attempt to stealth pretty much everywhere through this house.
As you walk through the sort of sitting room on the way to the hallway, I would like everybody to make me a perception check, please.
18.
Oh dang! I was so close to quoting the song.
A good roll.
Nice.
You said perception
Hey.
check?
Yes, please.
Finally, some good fucking food.
I was so close to being like natural 20. Let's go.
Oh! As soon as you said natural 20, I rolled a nat 20.
Heck yeah, girl.
Nice. Natural 20.
So
Let's
that's
go.
a total of 21.
Not 20, let's freaking go.
Galaxy dice.
Mhm.
They like me tonight. That was my
Okay,
dice.
so you all notice this. As you walk through the sitting room, there's a portion of the wall sort of on this side where the wallpaper is a little off.
That's a little weird.
The wallpaper is off in what way?
It just doesn't quite match up with the rest of the pattern. And as you move closer to investigate, you sort of blink, and it looks like it's fixed itself.
Oh, good lord. We're in a house of tricks, aren't we?
Would that be an investigation check or a Arcana check?
Honey, you never been in a haunted house before.
No, I'm asking DM, not character.
I know.
I would say either.
Okay. And would I be using my Sleuth's Tools, magnifying glass kit, and all that for this?
I would say you can use your magnifying glass to sort of inspect if you are doing investigation, but not if you are doing Arcana.
Okay.
Underneath,
and the two will give you different sorts of answers.
So if I
that makes
do
sense.
a regular investigation versus the tools?
Well, if you do an investigation versus an Arcana check,
Gotcha.
that will give you different kinds of information.
I'll say to everyone, alright, well, we all saw that. I'm gonna look at it from a more, I'll just say, practical perspective. If anyone's got experience in magic, now would be a good time. And then I'll turn to looking at it with my tools.
Ooh, I'll make an Arcana
T-Bar is
check.
going to
Let's go!
T-Bar's going to move
Ooh.
outside of the line of sight of the wall just in case there's a trap.
Okay.
Ooh, that 2 rolled off a 2 onto a 12, and I was like, oh my god. That was
Big
crazy.
rolls today, baby.
Goodness.
T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area.
Okay.
T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going to find himself some cover and out of the way area. T-Bar's going
As you guys start looking
Okay.
at it, like Josephine's gonna play.
With the investigation check, it seems like it's just wallpaper. Like the pattern matches up. The texture is right. There's no weird seams. It's just normal wallpaper.
That's what he gets for 31? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Just
Nothing's
because you roll
weird.
high doesn't mean you always get the answers you want.
That's crazy.
I'm willing to bet it had to do with the way that he inspected the wall.
With a 15 Arcana check, something about this scratches your brain as familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on it yet. But for further checks, that will lower the DC.
Okay.
For other things.
T-Bar is going to see them kind of try to piece it together, and he's just gonna do a small hop from behind the couch that he's hiding behind and throw his dagger at the wall.
I wonder how he.
As you jump from behind the couch, does an 18 hit?
18 hit me?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. As you jump out from behind this couch, one of the legs starts out to smack you.
Like just smack him, like smack him, like with the leg, right? Not like mimic bite, like thing, right?
Like mimic pseudopod.
Yeah. Waiting on the results of whatever the hell just.
So that is gonna be. I can do math, I promise. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Damn, that thing just blew out your kneecap.
Yeah,
and 6 acid damage.
Oh boy. And I am cutting that in half with Uncanny Dodge.
And that does cut all of that damage in half together. And you're stuck to it.
Oh, now we got this thing. All right.
Wait, he's stuck to the leg of what?
The couch that reached out to smack him.
Oh.
I would like to make whatever check is pertinent to identify what just happened.
I will say that is not necessary.
Okay.
It's a mimic,
It's
y'all.
common enough that I know. It's common enough that I know what it is.
And with that, because I am sleepy, and because it's going to get into combat, and because I know Austin might have fun both with the mimic because of PTSD and also meeting Josephine, that we will pick up there next week.
Yay!
Oh, it's not gonna be their character stuck to a mimic this time.
I hope you guys enjoyed Josephine.
Yes, it's so funny. Like,
It's
sorry, that's not
Southern
what I
for
meant.
calling
Like,
you stupid.
her accent and like the way she talks, it's so charming and it's amazing. And I can't stop laughing and giggling at it.
Well, thank you very much.
No, yeah, I like her. She also sounds exactly like I pictured when you said, where would like a Cajun grandma be from?
She's a Cajun grandma! Like, think Louisiana, grandma, that's who she is.
My best friend is Cajun. I want him to like see, like if I had a clip of you talking, I'd be like, hey, does this sound like your grandma?
Hey, if he says close enough, I'm taking that as a win. Especially with how my voice has been the past couple weeks, I'll take it.
Nice.
All right. So I have moved Dr. Finn next to the wall where he's inspecting the wallpaper. I have moved T-Bar next to couch. And where would the other three of you be?
I was also inspecting the wall. I was the one who made the Arcana check
Where-
as well.
Yeah.
Where was the wall? Was over here.
Yeah, it's right in front of, where that yellow one just showed up. That's where the weird wallpaper is. Or was.
Okay, so I would be on this side of it, taking cover.
Well, but you hopped over it.
No, I
basically
didn't. I
you
wasn't
left-
hopping over. I was kind of doing a little bounce up to throw the dagger at it.
Oh, by the way, sorry for the knocking. That's a roommate clearing the ice from our freezer because it's been.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Okay, good.
I didn't notice either. Yeah, I was just doing a regular like high jump kind of thing, just to
Like
kinda
a
poke
boing?
my head out.
Well,
Yeah.
it was enough to wake it up.
Yeah.
But
Welcome to the Mimic Manor.
The Mimic
Sweet.
Manor? That's the name of it? Wait, I gotta look
oh
I don't know
god,
what I have called this island.
Squawk is going to
Yay.
have a goddamn nightmare.
I love mimics so much.
So, fun fact: this was originally going to be a social deduction body snatcher dinner, where it was essentially going to be like a one-night werewolf Among Us type scenario.
Fair enough.
Nice.
But then we had the whole thing with Josephine, where that's already somebody in somebody else's body, and that could have made that extra weird. I was like, okay, what else could I do?
Mimic Manor's great.
It's all mimics.
Just turn everything
The
into a
couches are.
Oh. I had
We all
I
have to
had to do
play-
Josephine. Like Sinclair
we
is
could
stressed.
We could still do a quasi body snatch. We all play different characters, like our souls went into different bodies.
God, please.
You all swap character sheet.
No.
I would not know what to do if I had anybody else's character sheet. Because I'm still relatively new to D&D. Like, I would be like,
That would be
Yeah.
part of the fun.
I had to literally learn how to play a 7th level monk in like 2 seconds. Like it took me a bit.
Jesus
Monks
Christ.
are fun.
I
See,
made
that's
the
why I
character
like
yesterday.
D&D Beyond though. It makes all the math easier.
I don't want to do that. I like doing the math myself. Well, to be fair, all the math was already done. The only thing I did between Sinclair and Josephine is switch the
That's
intelligence and wisdom.
That's fair.
Because the only like physically
Same
like I
body.
said, they're the same body. So I cannot physically change their physical stats. But I changed their mental stats because Josephine is an entirely different person.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off.
Good night, gorgeous. I'm also
Good
gonna
night.
wake up because I am EP.
Josephine
Yeah,
tells you
I'm
all
good.
to have a good night and get good rest.
I can't wait to see you next week.
If this motherfucker
Yeah.
starts smoking, Josephine's gonna be flicking cigarettes out of his mouth,
I've
by
been
the way.
smoking this entire
Oh,
time.
you said you needed another pack. Out of character from this point on, anytime he pulls another one out, Josephine's gonna flick it and say, "You've had enough, hon."
No, I need coffee and cigarettes. This is how I work.
Protective
This
grandmother.
is Dr. Finn's
It's called
specialty.
the Le Matin Français. French
Protective I will fight him.
It's giving House MD, to be honest.
Well, that's even funnier considering she's Cajun, so she would
Yeah.
probably understand the French.
Elvish.
But it's just one of those things, honey. You've had 5 since I joined the party. You had enough.
I love her.
Take
She's
care of your
amazing.
body. Take care of your body, and your body will take care of you. Monk thoughts,
I
right?
need
Good
the
night, lovely
Vicodin to
people.
help me be a better doctor.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed
Same.
Josephine. I've enjoyed
Yeah,
this.
I love it.
It's
I
just
like the Southern Grandma. Southern Grandma is always fun.
like I got
I'm
to
also
play.
gonna head out.
Yeah, but I only got to play this character one time as a DM, and I was like, I really want to play it as a player, you know. So that's why I did it.
Yeah.
But either
Very
way,
nice.
good night.
Good night.
Well, guys, that means I am free to do whatever the hell I want now. I wonder if I can activate my camera now. Excuse me. There we go. Hey, everybody. I hope you guys had a fantastic evening watching that. That was a lot of fun. Remember, we're going to be doing Mondays D&D streams here. I'm not going to do anything else for the day because my voice is... Josephine took a bit out of my voice there. But, I love your guys' faces. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And like I just told them, Josephine wants you to make sure you take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water here. And get that good sleep. You don't, I'm going to be coming knocking some heads. So, I love your faces. And I will see you all. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off. May see you Wednesday. I think Wednesday we don't have D&D this week. So I'll be seeing you guys Wednesday.